Hey guys, welcome back to T-Rod Whiskey. And tonight, whenever you're watching this, we are going to be taking a look at the newest release from Maker's Mark, the Heart release. So strap in and roll that intro. All right, so this is the Heart release. This is the first out of 5, from what it says, of Maker's new wood finishing series releases. Now, you're going to say that kind of sounds familiar because previously they had these bottles as their wood finishing series. Most recently, the BEP from 2023. These were supposed to be the last of their wood finishing series, or so they said. That lasted for a very brief time, obviously. The BEP was the last of this bottle shape of kind of the license plate series, as they've kind of come to be known. This was 109.6 proof. It was 10 virgin toasted American oak staves. So they've since moved on to a much cooler, much more unique bottle style, which I am very, very much a fan of. I loved this glass when they released the Cellar Age in it. I love that the private selects are coming in this glass, and I feel like it kind of falls more in line with their everyday offerings. The typical Maker's Mark, it's more of a squat bottle, but it still has this more squared off design with the broader shoulders coming up. This one, a little bit unique. The red wax is basically, I don't know if you guys can see that. It when I opened it, it wasn't all the way around. So we're just going to leave that on there for now, just because I like the way it looks. But this is the Heart release. So obviously distilled by Rob Samuels at Maker's Mark Distillery. This one's 112 proof, so a little bit hotter than the last release. The notes that it has listed: caramel, chocolate, maple. Finished with 10 virgin oak staves. So looks kind of like the same oak bill as the BEP that I just had on screen. Um, there's been more than a couple of YouTubers who have come out and said this actually beats this year's Cellar Aged. Maybe not 2023's. I'm not sure. I've never tried any of the Cellar's Aged, so if I'm wrong, don't come after me, guys. I'm just repeating what I was told. But I've heard a lot of really good things about this. When I was in Ohio about a month ago, I saw that one of the OHLQs had a case of these in stock, so I went and grabbed one. I only grabbed one because it was limit one per person. Could have been that guy. Had my fiance go in there, get one for herself, but I don't roll that way. I believe in leaving some behind for the other guys. But I was super excited, especially for $75 to get a hold of something like this, because I really do hope that this is what everybody says it is, and this is the best Maker's Mark bottle that is currently on shelves today. That's my honest to God hope. We did the Maker's Mark tour 2 summers ago now, and it was amazing. The product, the presentation, the distillery grounds, our tour itself, the tasting, everything was top notch. It was nothing short of an amazing experience. I can't wait to go back. And actually, for a long time, I was not a Maker's fan, but that tour kind of got me onto it. Now I've collected most of the old license plate series, and I've enjoyed all of them. I think I had a bad experience in college with regular unleaded Maker's Mark that kind of led me to believe that Maker's just wasn't for me. So that said, let's go ahead and get into this. So I've had this sitting in the Glen for about 20-ish minutes, 15 minutes maybe. And wow. Toasted caramel. Toasted caramel comes through. And I don't know if you guys can see the color. That is a dark, that is a bronzy color. That is really nice, really oily, really viscous in the glass. I bet you this one's going to have a great finish. There's some fruit here. There's like a cherry cordial with some oak. That toasted caramel is pretty prevalent, but that cherry note is jumping out at me. Something else there. Maybe a little bit of vanilla, but let's go in for a sip. Cheers, guys. Mm. Wow. That's my first sip of whiskey for the day, so bear with me. Okay, a little bit of a spice to that. Sweet oak, vanilla, caramel. Not just a vanilla, like almost like a vanilla ice cream is almost coming through for me. And I tend to have some weird tasting notes, so I'm sorry. That maple wood definitely comes through. Yeah, I would say as advertised, there's a little, yeah, caramel chocolate maple. There's a vanilla in there that comes through, which it's odd because on the nose, there was a little bit of a stone fruitiness too. And the finish just long and lingering and just encapsulating. It just coats the entire mouth. My God, I could live in a bottle of this. I didn't have to go to work. This is fantastic. I should have grabbed another one because this is really good. As far as weeded bourbons go, and they can be hit or miss. I know everybody holds Weller as the gold standard, but Maker's Mark has been doing weeded bourbon for a very, very long time, and this thing is just wow. That will slap your mom in the mouth. That is so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that maple note, a little bit of oak, and it just sticks around forever. God, it's so good. Yeah, just shooting from the hip here. I'm gonna say like an 8.9. 8.9. This is that good. This if it was just had a little bit more of that caramely sweetness, then I would say it was probably a 9 flat, but let's go 8.9. We'll stay on planet Earth here. I'm gonna go with my original score, just shooting from the hip, right? Yeah, 8.9, especially for the price and the relative availability of these, because they should be around. They're not going to be super easy to find. I don't think your supermarket's going to have these just chilling there, but you should be able to get your hands on these guys. And for 75 to 80 bucks, I don't know what the Michigan SRP is, but I know in Ohio it was $75. And wow, yep, that might make my list for bourbon of the year. That's going to be on the list. It's going to be in contention for sure. But God, that is so good. Um, yeah, code BR22A, whatever that means. I don't know, but that is just that it's a pretty bottle. That is a beautifully crafted bourbon. Just a delicious whiskey overall. I wish mine had a little more of the red wax on it, but I'm not going to hold that against the score because I should have looked a little bit closer before I grabbed it. But yeah, 8.9 as advertised, a really nice, it's complex without being too complex. It's very nuanced and it's complex in its simplicity, if that makes sense. Um, I could sit here and dive into this thing and nose it and try and pick it apart for the next 2 hours. Obviously, I'm not going to sit you guys here through that for the entirety. But yeah, if you see this, buy it. Don't think about it. Buy it. This is fantastic stuff. I'm definitely going to try and get another bottle. But don't forget, before you guys leave, please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop me a comment below. I'm always looking for feedback. I'm always looking to improve the channel, to improve these videos, to make the content a little bit more engaging. So if you have anything to say, please leave it below. I don't care if it's nice, nasty, not, none of that. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Cheers.